Today you are going to learn 5 of the vital chess opening principles that work for any opening and are super important for you to understand how to get past 1000 elo. These opening principles are simple and can be immediately implemented into your games, but they are misunderstood by many, so mastering these will give you the competitive advantage in your games. And it's super important, especially if you're below 1000 elo, to get these right, because otherwise, if you start off the game making the mistakes we'll cover in this video, it's kind of like you're shooting yourself in the foot. But don't worry, we'll show you exactly what to do, so let's jump straight into it. Rule number 1, do not move multiple times with the same piece. I'm looking at you, horsey.
But I can jump far, why shouldn't I move multiple times?
You need to allow other pieces to come in and not waste time. Let's say the game goes like this. Let's say now we want to transfer this knight to the other side. This is a mistake. We do not move the knight 2 times, as now we undevelop and we make it harder for us to develop, as the knight is now blocking the bishop. Knight, what are you doing? What the fuck did I just talk about?
I was hoping something comes up over here.
We do not hope something comes up, you're wasting us more time. Now because of your shenanigans, your position is already losing. Good luck coming back from this. As you can see, because horsey jumped around too many times, black is already safe and attacking us, while we almost didn't do anything. So do not be like horsey over there and instead try to develop all your pieces before moving the same piece twice. Okay, opening principle number 2. Do not move the woman too early on. She is the queen and she is the strongest piece, but this will make her get under attack and potentially she will get trapped. For example, look at this line in the French opening. You see, already here the woman is out, while all of the other pieces are behind. Let's say we're not careful here and we move the bishop, the queen can get under attack. Now she again has to move. And remember, now we are also breaking the opening principle number 1, which is to not move the same piece multiple times. And now again she must move in order to stay alive. So we are losing all of this time while white is getting all of his pieces out. And now white can even try to trap the queen. Let's say we're not careful and we try to kick the bishop out. And now the woman is lost, so, do not move her out too early, rather, use your minor pieces to achieve what you wanted. Okay, now the third rule, position your pieces towards the center of the board. The center of the board is really important. Let's take a look at what happens if we don't control it. We're going to play weird moves, not controlling the center, while black will play normal stuff. Let's go. Look at the engine evaluation, black already has a good advantage. Why? Well, first of all, we are supposed to castle, and if we try to attack on both sides, then our king, that would be me, cannot castle to safety. Second of all, the side that controls the center will have an easier time expanding on one of the sides which they choose to attack from, because they have the center, while we are stuck with the side pawns who cannot do much. We need to use the center to open up lines and create space for our pieces. Rule number 4, make me safe please. As you know, all of the chaos on the board happens because both sides are trying to hunt the other side's king. So, we must put our king to safety by castling to one of the sides. If the king is left in the middle, it will be so much easier for the other side to attack, as they can attack him from both sides and the middle. Conclusion, you must castle before going for your own attack. Rule number 5, do not move the f-pawn. This works together with rule number 4, as it keeps the king safe, which is super important.
Stay there, little guy.
First of all, the f-pawn, for both white and black, is the weakest pawn and the weakest square on the board. Why? Take a look, the king is the only piece protecting the f-pawn, so he can be easily attacked. Let's look at an example where we move the f-pawn. Many people here might play f3, black attacked our pawn with the knight, so we defend it, but this is bad. First of all, it takes away the square from our knight, making it harder to develop, and also, it opens up this diagonal where black can potentially give some checks and get us in trouble. So, what to do instead of f3? You can use the other knight, or the bishop, anything but the f-pawn.
But aren't there literal openings that start with the f-pawn?
You're right, there are exceptions to this and all the rules that we mentioned, but Let's try to make general statements here. All of these can be broken if you have learned the lines in advance when you are at a higher level.
So how do I know when to do these exceptions?
You don't need to. Here's the deal. Openings can be sorted in two categories. 1. Theory-based openings. 2. Systematic openings. These exceptions are broken in these theory-based openings, where the player learns a lot of lines in advance. This is not needed for anyone to learn if you are below 2000 or even 2200. That's why I encourage you to play the systematic openings. Those are the ones where each time you will play the exact same moves no matter what the opponent does.
Where can I learn those?
We have videos out, check them out if you haven't.
But I want to use my fried liver attack.
You see, fried liver, many other fast opening tricks, 3-move checkmate and so many more, they will not get you far. Those are openings you learn as introduction to chess, and these will get you to 1000 maybe 1200 max. But now you need to switch to these more solid openings to really go far with your elo and see yourself become the top 1%. So to summarize, best course of action is to learn systematic openings. If for some reason you are not willing to do those, develop your pieces to control the center. Do not move the same piece twice. Do not go too crazy with the woman. Castle your king to safety before committing to an attack. Do not move the f-pawn.